Hey everybody, how's it going? East River G3. I just wanted to do a quick video and try to make it short for me. This is a first impressions. It's not a full review. I'm just kind of giving you my initial thoughts because there's a lot of curiosity around this fragrance. It's of course a new offering from Happyland Studio and it's called Paisley Dreams. One could say it's a flanker to Paisley Sky, a very popular fragrance from that house. It seems like E.J. Wells is going the route of some flankers. Home for the Holidays Decaf Edition, which is right here. If you haven't caught this one, it's basically Home for the Holidays with the coffee removed, but there's some differences going on. It's a nice fragrance. Nonetheless, we have Paisley Dreams, and that is a very pretty label. I always love the minimalistic labels of this house, but this one in particular is very pretty to my eyes. And as you can see, the guy that's normally on there with the bowler hat is now a woman with a nice hat, and I think that's I think it's a great design. So, of course, this is his first cologne or perfume marketed directly towards women, but he said it is 100% unisex, and I would agree. It certainly leans feminine, but I would agree that it's unisex, as most of his colognes are. It's definitely more feminine leaning, though. I just wanted to give you my quick initial impressions, just to let you know what the differences are. So, to really oversimplify this fragrance, Paisley Sky, to me, at the top, there are some similarities to Baccarat Rouge 540. It has that candy floss, cotton candy smell going on, and I always get a candied berry sort of smell. It's quite sweet. It's one of those things where I really like the smell, but it's a little too much to wear myself. The dry down is really where that fragrance gets me with patchouli and a smoky oud, and it's a very weird kind of thing mixing together, and it makes kind of a trippy fragrance that I like. And I think that this is that kind of smell with those masculine things removed, and which is why it's kind of marketed towards women, because you always get these traditional, I call them the EJ DNA kind of accords in the base of his fragrances, often like a clearwood patchouli sort of smell with pepper and woods and a touch of ambroxan. That's normally what you get, and in here that's just gone. It's been replaced by, let's see, myrrh, vanilla, sandalwood, amber, honey, musk. That's the base of this. I don't really necessarily pick any of those up. I kind of wish that there was a little bit more honey in the base. Like Happyland Signature has a really strong honey smell in that. It's great. But I think that this dries down into just a very pleasant smelling base that smells kind of similar to the opening of the original Paisley Sky. Kind of weird, right? The dry down of this, to me, smells closer to the opening of Paisley Sky, but maybe, honestly, a touch less loud, actually a touch less sweet. I think that this is, throughout, maybe a touch less sweet than Paisley Sky. It could just be me, but that's what I think. So that's what the base kind of smells like. But there's a touch more vanilla coming through, and it's like a real nice, creamy, almost slightly powdery vanilla. It's very pretty. Kind of the cap, when you smell this, that's kind of what the dry down smells like to me. It's nice. The opening of this, though, is quite different than the original Paisley Sky. And I'm going to tell you that this is, and this word is hard to pronounce, but it's a ylang ylang. It's a flower. I believe it's a yellow flower. This is dominated, this opening, by that flower, ylang ylang. Very much dominated. I think that if this didn't dry down into that familiar smell, this would be a ylang ylang bomb, almost. Which is fine by me, because I think it smells fantastic. And I don't want you to think that this fragrance is difficult to wear, like, oh, it smells good, but it's a challenging one. I don't really think so. Although, of course, if you really hate ylang ylang, I don't think you'll like the opening. But I really do like it. It's just it was very surprising to me when I first sprayed this. I was expecting that extremely sweet cotton candy vibe because, and I thought, okay, women's fragrance, it's going to be even sweeter. Not the case, really. I think it's substantially less sweet than the original, and I get ylang ylang. And what does that smell like? Well, it can be a bit strange. Ylang ylang can smell like a couple different things. It can often smell like berries, which is where I think that candied berry smell comes from, and where the strong candied berry vibe came from in the original. But in this one, it comes off a little more like a banana, which sounds weird, and these descriptors are a bit strange, but I promise it doesn't smell bad. It smells great. And rubbery, almost like a bit like rubber and banana. I know, oh, rubbery banana? Great. Sounds terrible. No, it really does smell good. I promise you, it smells very realistic. That's just some slight notes that ylang ylang can give off sometimes, and that is what it smells like at the top. Try it for yourself. It really doesn't smell... I say rubbery, and you'll be reminded of that, but not in a bad way. It really does smell good. The floral smell at the top of this is very realistic. I love a good floral bomb. Like if you ever tried Demeter fragrances, they often do single note floral things, and it's really good. Sometimes you just want to smell a flower, and you kind of forget how good a real flower smells. It's not all, you're used to synthetic kind of flower smells. I'm sure that it's probably a synthetic ylang ylang. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's a absolute or something. But my point is that it smells very realistic. You get this or green herbaceous sort of feel that you don't get from a synthetic kind of thing. You get the real vibe of smelling a flower. I think you know what I'm trying to say. It just smells different. It smells plant-like, and it has that character to it that you don't get from something fake. So the opening of this is very realistic smelling floral. It's dominated by that, but I'm okay with it because I love the smell. Again, try it for yourself because you might not like the smell of ylang ylang, but I really do think that it's an awesome opening. Then it just dries down into what the cap smells like. It goes more into the candy, cotton candy, berry, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of woods, just a touch. It's not overbearing. It's not as masculine as the original. There's none of that smokiness that was in the original. But that's what the dry down is, and it's quite nice. I think it's fantastic, but especially that opening is amazing. So that's just my initial thoughts. I wanted to get this out there because you folks, I know a lot of folks wanted to know about this one. Hey, can I wear it? Is it too feminine? I mean, it certainly leans feminine, but I think that it's going to be okay. I mean, if you wear like Ogudo and stuff like that, I think this is much less sweet than that. So I think you can pull it off. I think a lot of ladies would like this one too. It's not overly sweet, but it doesn't smell like an old lady perfume or anything like that. It's very nice. I'm gonna wear it all the time. I mean, hey, it's great, and I love that label. So that's that. Anyone's got any questions, let me know. Yeah, it's another great release. I'll do a full review later on. I just want to get my initial thoughts out there. Yeah, I certainly suggest getting a sample or something. It's very good stuff. No surprises, but I mean, man, this house has been on a roll lately. Like the last couple releases have been very, very good. So I'm very impressed. I can't wait to see what's next, and peace out and have a good one.